So just earn the money, save most of that money, don't spend it, don't be stupid, don't upgrade your lifestyle when you get like a bonus or like when your salary increases and stuff like that. Just keep that money, save it, put it aside, and put it in your investments.
Yeah.
And that investment, when it makes you more money, just put it back into investments, right? And then that way, over 30 years, 20 years, it will grow so much.
Mhm.
It's so much to like an uncountable number, like a number that you would have never had imagined.
Yeah.
And now you can completely quit anything and chase and do anything you love. Travel, party, drive cars, or like help
Raise your kids
help
properly.
people,
Raise
help
your kids
people.
properly. Build a family. It's up to you. But so guys, step number one: do not think short term. Play the long term game.
Right. There's
That
always
is-
long
that
term.
is-
You'll always be successful.
Yes, that is I feel like the number one misconception.
Right.
I cannot preach this enough long term because that's the misconception.
Game is long term.
Especially our generation these days, because we're so used to everything quick.
Right.
Everything we get just Amazon. You get it one day shipping.
Right.
You know, YouTube. You want to learn something. Everything is on the internet. Google. You get it right away.
But learning quick is actually a good thing.
So patience is not something I feel like our generation is blessed with.
You're right.
We do not get to practice that a lot.
Mhm.
So yeah, step number one, guys, think long term, have patience, save up slowly, put it in a let's say like what are these S&P, put it in the S&P stocks. Market always goes up, guys. Over time, it never goes down. It may go down for a year or 2 or 5, maybe even 10.
It's not gonna go down.
But if you think long term, it's not going to go down for 10. I'm just saying.
It will never go down for more than 2 years.
I'll say 5 is the max.
No,
But,
that's crazy.
5 is the magic number in bad luck. So think long term.
Right.
Step
Think
number
long
one.
term and don't spend too much.
Don't
Like
think-
at least in my opinion, save 20% of your income and invest 15%. 20% of your income. Minimum 20% of your income over a long time. Keep doing it over and over again, and then you will get rich.
Exactly.
You will. Like, it's easiest. It's pretty simple. It's pretty easy. It's pretty
Yeah.
self-explanatory to get rich.
You guys will be surprised with how easy it is.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
Like if
lie.
you just plug it in. What's it called? Compounding interest calculator. Just put in like, let's say you invest $20,000 a year, and let's say you get a return of, let's say you just put in S&P 500, right? Let's just be a little bit optimistic and say you get a return of 10%. I think anyone can get about 10% return if they actually put some time into investments. I think they can get 15%. Anyone can get 15% return if they put some time into their investments. But let's just say you put into S&P 500, and you put 20,000 every single year for 30 years. Check it out how much the money will be. It'll be like around $8 million or $10 million, something crazy amount. But yeah, and then
10% is too.
huh?
10% is too optimistic.
10% is not optimistic.
And how long?
Over 30 period of time, 30 years.
10% is not.
10% is nothing.
It's not that much.
But if you're a smart investor,
It's a lot. It's a lot. But I feel like if you're putting 20,000 every year
you're going to get shut down.
for X amount of years, put it for like more than 20 or 30,
Yeah,
you're 100% making more than 10%.
but not in S&P 500. If you invest in
They're
individual
diversified.
stocks,
I
if
think
you-
I've gotten lucky, for example, because I have like an 8% return overall.
But how much?
But you
how much
just
is
started,
your-
though.
exactly. How much is your initial?
you just started.
It's not. Yeah, it's not 20,000.
Yeah.
So with 20, you actually make more with 20,000. That.
Still, 8% is not little.
And you just started, bro.
Yeah.
Like you're not expected to make 10%. But if once you're in investing for like a year or 2 years, like you will learn a lot more, and especially if you do a lot of research into your stocks, right?
Mhm.
And you have the extra money laying around, right? So if your stock goes down by 20%, you buy it, and then if that 20% goes back up to 20%, that means for you that stock went up by like 30+%,
Yeah.
right?
So that brings us. Sorry, guys.
Wait. So, and investing, you want to start as early as possible. If you're 30, 40, 50 years now old, it's not too late. It's better late than never, right? But if you're my age, or if you're 15, if you're 18,
How old are you?
I'm 20.
Yeah.
I started investing when I was 14. But yeah, so you want to start as early as possible. That way you can get to there quicker and your money has more time to compound.
Exactly.
But yeah, so what were we saying?
I was gonna actually bring up a whole point number 2. So do you guys have anything else to add on the investment branch or category? Or anything else on? Okay.
Let's go.
So in my opinion, I think number 2 is, you probably guys heard this before, readers are leaders. You know, rich does not have to be making money right away. You know, once you build yourself, build your knowledge, build a good basis for something you like or something you're passionate about, read a lot, educate yourself, you will find something that you like where you can excel. You can be better than anybody. And if you excel in a field, there's a high chance that you will make money in that field because people will come to you for advice, consulting, they will come to you for whatever that you've spent your time on and researched a lot and learned. So learning is as boring as it may sound. It's actually
It's important.
It's
Yeah.
very important. You can't even learn stocks without
Learning about
learning
stocks.
and reading and
into
watching.
companies and what, yeah.
It takes patience. So patience is a virtue, guys. So be patient. You know,
Keep improving yourself,
Keep improving
by
yourself.
by reading, and also know yourself really well. If you know yourself really well, if you know what you're good at, if you know what you're best at, if you know your strengths and your weaknesses, you can really use those. And once again, as I said, like if you know you're really good at, let's say, coding, right? If you're like extremely good at it and you perfected your skills at coding, eventually you'll get a high-paying job as a coder. And then you'll make a lot more money than people who are like okay at coding and getting a job because that's your skill, that's what you're good at.
Yeah.
But yeah, and in my opinion, you should focus on your strengths more than your weaknesses. Don't worry too much about bettering your weaknesses. Worry about bettering your strength because your strength is what's going to give you a lot of money. Once you get to a certain point, you can hire other people to take care of your weaknesses, right? So let's just say an executive, like a CEO or some shit, right? Or CEO, they hire people. They only focus on their strength, and then that strength they put it into the company, and the company excels. But they hire other people. Let's say the CEO is bad with math. They hire an accountant that can take care of their mathematical needs, right? And stuff like that. But they would never hire somebody who's
Bad at math. isn't
no,
the
no,
company, for example.
who's good at their strength, because they know they're better than them at their strength, because that's their best trait, type of thing.
You're contradicting yourself.
Huh?
You're contradicting yourself
Uh,
because you said you won't hire someone who's good at their strength.
no, good at the CEO's strength.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Okay.
That's what I meant. My bad.
Okay.
Right? My English is a little jacked up. I'm a fuck. But yeah, so focus on your strength. Learn more. The more you learn, the more opportunities you have, in my opinion, right? So let's say if you never learn about stocks and you never learn about real estate, you never learn about this, you would have never had the opportunity or the knowledge to invest in stocks or real estate, right? So the more knowledge you have, the more pathway, the more doors that open up for you
Exactly.
to
Yeah.
be able to do different
So
things.
take some time out, learn yourself, build yourself. Don't be scared, because fear and laziness. I feel like are the worst two. Like
Traits, humans have.
it's not traits.
They're
They're
saying
like
laziness is
especially
think
lazy.
fear
I think fear
too.
too.
Fear too, but with a bit of experience, it goes away. Laziness is a habit.
Yeah.
It's way too difficult to deal with.
So get yourself out of your own mind, because some people, their mind, they limit themselves. You know, don't limit yourself. Trust me on that one. That's from experience. We'll dive into that later.
Yeah.
But the more you limit yourself, the more scared you get, and you start making more excuses for yourself, and that way you're hindering your ability to succeed.
Right.
So stay motivated. Don't lose sight. Don't give up. Work hard. Teach yourself. Read. Research. Just pick something you're passionate about and excel in it. And
I also feel like we're telling them what we need to hear for ourselves.
I mean, like,
I'm gonna watch that video again for myself.
Oh my god.
But that's what I believe is
and that's what I've been doing, and
I feel like that's the most important thing. If you want to go anywhere in life, whether it's making money or being a free diver or being able to do a presentation, you need to not face your fears. Don't be lazy. Get out here, work hard, be passionate, shit, spread love. You'll be rich. Trust me.
yeah, and so yeah, like I'm gonna give you my example, not as a way of flexing,
No.
but as like a way of. I know you do, motherfucker.
And
Don't
let
you
him
talk
flex.
shit.
Okay, we'll let him flex.
But not a way of flexing, but as a way of like teaching. So for me, a day that I don't learn something new, that's the day I call I say the day is wasted, in my opinion. And because of I learned so much, I was able to like start investing at such an early age. I learned from my dad, and then I bought books and read books. I bought courses online. I learned from that. I watched YouTube videos, blah blah blah. Right. Just giving you an example in stock market. That's how because I kept learning and learning it. Still to this day, I learn every day about stock market. I research every day about companies and stuff like that. What companies I want to invest in, blah 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 blah. I'm able to get a return of anywhere between 20 to 25% over a period of year. Right? I've never been through a recession, so I cannot say what returns I'll get. It'll probably be negative returns, but it'll be a good thing for me because I'll learn from it. Once again. Facing your fears. I'm not scared of a recession. I want a recession to happen. So whenever that recession does happen,
We'll buy a lot.
I'm gonna buy so many stocks. So like 2 years after recession, my money will 3x, 4x, 2x.
So look at the positive. You take advantage of situation you're in because bad money drives out good money.
Right.
Yeah.
And yeah, so just like keep learning. That's how I was able to get such a good return. And that's how I am a 1% for my age. I'm at the top 1% for my age because I've done these things that other people don't do. Like if you think about middle class don't do these stuff that rich people do. That's what they are, middle class. If you want to climb out of that middle class, you have to do what rich people do.
You have to get uncomfortable.
You have to get uncomfortable.
Out of your comfort zone.
Right.
Once you get out of your comfort zone,
It's growth. It's growth. On the other side of fear is growth, happiness, and success. So just do that.
On that note, it also depends a lot on the people who are surrounded with.
that's
Right.
true.
That's
So
100% true.
surround yourself with people. Okay, number 3, guys. Always, not always. Okay, try surrounding yourself with people who are better than you.
Better than
Because
yeah.
because if you surround yourself
In
with
those
people who are
aspects
better
that
than
you
me,
improve.
I know I shouldn't be sitting with these guys. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. I'm just kidding, guys. They are all better than me. That's a fact.
We're
But,
better in aspects that you just.
That's
Right.
So for
you're better than me at soccer.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
But depends. Like know your goal, right? And surround yourself with people who are better than you at that goal.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right? Which is gonna be hard at some point. Like
Or
once
people-
you get to a certain point,
Yeah.
it's gonna be hard to find people who are better than you
Mhm.
at certain things.
Or surrounding yourself with people who have the same goal and are working. towards
Yeah,
it.
same
Exactly.
mindset.
So you have motivation.
Exactly.
And you guys keep pushing yourself
Yeah.
to go after what
So-
you want.
Yeah. So that's pretty self-explanatory, pretty simple. I'll say 4.4. Let's see. What else can you do?
I think we said everything.
No,
Just-
there's something else that came on my mind. I just forgot what it was.
Knowledge.
Knowledge. I surround
You know what I like more than my
yourself with
Lamborghini?
Knowledge.
But Ty Lopez ain't wrong though. Even though he might be a dickhead, I think he's a little bit scammer, but I don't know.
Your guys' biggest investments is your time. My father used to always tell me that
Wait, what you said? What you said?
biggest investment in a person's life is his time. Because the time gone can never go back. You lose money, money come back.
Right.
You lose a girl, find another one.
Yeah.
Right, as.
You lose, you fail a final, you can retake it unless it's your third time.
If it's your third time and you still fail it, you're a fucking moron.
You're doing something wrong. You need to change.
Drop out, bro.
Don't keep doing the same thing expecting a different result. That's
Yeah.
the definition
That-
of insanity.
That's a good life lesson right there.
Yeah.
Um,
I just need to apply it in my life.
Kinda hard.
Just
There's
leave.
something I'm forgetting. Just have to let it.
And another investment that's really good is yourself, once again, the knowledge and stuff like that. So like knowledge is not giving you money out right away, right? But the ROI of knowledge is very hidden, and it will come any other time that you will not expect it, and it will make the ROI will be much more than like other types of
ROI. Just
return on investments.
Yeah. Just so you guys know.
I think just knowledge shows you the way.
Right.
It's up to you to follow it.
Yeah, and take actions.
Yeah.
Don't
Take
be lazy.
actions. Like don't just sit there and be like, oh man, I wish I can. I have this great idea to start this company, but I'm just be on my ass.
Yeah, people make excuses for themselves. Like,
Or it'll come.
yeah,
Yeah,
it will
I'll do
come
it.
with time. I'll figure it out. I'll do it later.
Take actions.
You guys know better. You guys know yourselves better than I do.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's it. So now y'all rich. Whoa, congrats.
So let's sum it up again. So what are we building? So first thing is knowledge, building yourself. Take the time out to build a strong foundation for yourself that you can build the rest of your life on. But make sure that foundation is built on something that either you're really good at or something that you're really passionate about. Don't lose sight of your goal. Be patient. Put your money in long-term investments, long-term bonds.
Bonds? What the fuck? Don't put your money in bonds, bro. Do you even
Put
know
your
what
money in
bonds are?
bonds.
Do you even know what bonds are, bro?
Man, the prophet's talking about it
Yeah.
yesterday for.
But it was a government.
It's government bonds. Yeah.
Don't put your money in bonds.
Okay, don't put money. Put it in. Give your money to me. I'll invest it for you. Don't buy
put your money
cars.
in him either.
Never put money in cars because
They lose their
I
I mean, no,
Value.
some cars actually do, but like that's how.
But
some
they're very
cars
rare
do.
to
you
get.
don't
Yeah.
buy a BMW when you're a 20-year-old
Yeah.
because you probably can't even afford the gas money.
There
Realistically.
you go.
Unless mom and dad are rich businessmen. And guys, relationships are the most important thing. Having interpersonal relationships with people that you care about is that I actually remembered my fourth one.
Yeah.
Connections. Build your connections. Connections are everything. They get you everywhere in life. If you have good strong connections, even you might be like a lazy fuck. But someone
get you
can
a
help
job.
you out once you start stopping.
I think you should just underline it and put it in bold.
Just connections.
Just
good connection.
Remember,
Exactly.
network is net worth.
Exactly.
There you go.
Thank you. Perfect.
So yeah, but
Yeah.
now once you are rich, you
Give us
guys
some
have
money.
the freedom to go do what you want, chase your dreams, whatever makes you happy, do that.
Yeah.
That could be like helping poor people get off the street or like party.
Yeah. Don't
Or-
do drugs though.
Support
Drugs
the
are bad.
channel. Support the channel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but like yeah, so y'all rich, we're not yet. So like, comment, share, maybe donate.
You can make a
There
donate
is-
button.
Y'all wanna help
a
other
join
people?
button for
No
you.
way.
You get to pay like $5 a month for the YouTube channel.
You know what? Better than nothing. Give
But
us some $5 a month, guys.
There is also this webpage called Patreon. I don't know if you know.
Oh, yeah, I know
And
Patreon.
people can just donate how much
Yeah,
money
that's
they
true.
want.
Yeah, look at how broke we are. We're recording from this dude's iPhone 4.
Man, we're
Or an iPhone,
Well, yeah,
iPhone 2.
Man, this guy has an Android. Let's just put it that way. And he's saying he's in the top 1%. So
Because I'm
he's
financially
look at
smart.
his shirt, man.
Because
He's
I'm
this guy.
financially smart. I don't
Nah,
spend money
no.
on dumbass shit.
Nah, this guy just
Yo.
picked this guy from the airport. He just came from India. That's what he was wearing.
I came from New York, bro.
right.
But that's besides the
New
point.
Delhi, not New York.
Yeah, I was about to
So
say,
yeah, you guys-
you know the truth. I ain't gotta say nothing.
Let him
Right.
flex. I'll give him
It's
this
out there.
one.
But
yeah.
but it wasn't to flex though. It was actually like
Yeah, I know.
for a serious example.
So you guys know what's up now. With that, we will conclude today's episodes. see you guys again. And
Please
yeah,
share
fuck
Take
off.
care.
Yeah,
Please
share,
like,
like, and
share,
subscribe, and
subscribe.
donate, and fuck off.
And watch our other videos too. They're pretty interesting.
Don't do that.
Take care, guys.